a really good, safe flip is going to be a place that's in a community that is homogeneous or all similar houses, and one just happens to be not like the others.
What's the deal with all those old school real estate agents teaching outdated marketing techniques and living in the past? This show is about fresh ideas in real estate, diving deep into marketing, design, home renovations, and business development. But we also talk about lifestyle, health, travel, and just living an incredible life. Because the fastest way to financial freedom and fun is through real estate. It's time to build up your real estate business, serve way more clients, and have a blast doing it.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to dive right into it. Flipping houses in San Diego. So a lot of you have maybe dabbled or heard of or want to flip houses in San Diego. And I'm just going to shed some light on kind of like the market in general with flipping houses and how competitive or not competitive it is, and just kind of talk about the basics of getting this going for any new investor or anyone that's looking to kind of flip a couple houses or a lot of houses in San Diego and beyond. Just some background, I've flipped probably over 55 houses in my career and have worked on multiple different projects of multiple different scales, new houses to small remodels to everything and anything in between, and all in San Diego. So the market in San Diego is extremely competitive. I would say it's probably statistically, from what I've read, the most competitive city in the country for flipping houses. San Diego has appreciated tremendously over the past couple years, so investors have swarmed to this market to gobble up as much as they can because they know that this market can sustain and support high appreciation based off of our data and our sales and now our income statistics of people who live here. So it's a very competitive market, just to start things off. Not to scare anyone away, but it is competitive. But that doesn't mean that there isn't stuff still out there. And I want everyone to know that if everything was easy in life, then everyone would be doing it and everyone would be making a lot of money. But if things are a little bit more difficult, you should be grateful that it's difficult, because then you know that you're going to be doing well and you're going to be making a lot of money. This is just my, theory, but it's paid off for me. The things that have been the hardest in life have proved to be the most beneficial or fruitful for me in my life. So doesn't mean that there still aren't deals out there, because there are, but you have to kind of take a step back and tell yourself, it is kind of a lot of grind. It is a lot of finding and hustling and finding the right deal. And we're going to dive into that. But, a lot of the basics are connecting with people. You're connecting not only with real estate agents, but you're connecting with people in the community. You're connecting with real estate organizations like meetups or investor organizations. And there's several of those here in San Diego. Happy to put you in touch with a lot of them. I know a lot of the people that do put them on. And whenever I've gone to those organizations, like their meetups, great people are there and there's a lot to talk about. So, it's really kind of diving into the community and starting to have those conversations with people to start building your name and honestly start hearing about deals and collaborating with people and taking people out to coffee for lunch and just picking their brain, because a lot of this, you guys, is networking. A lot of this is networking. It's who you know to find your first deal or 100th deal. It's all about who you know. And so in the beginning, I would say this is your opportunity to just dive in and go out and start meeting people and start just saying, hey, I'm getting into this. I want to start flipping my own house, my first house. I have some money saved up. I'd love to partner with someone or wholesale or just be involved or work for free or volunteer or whatever you want to do. But I think it's very, very beneficial to start just getting into it. Everyone can sit on the sidelines. A lot of people are, all talk, no show. And just getting out there and doing something is better than nothing. So that's kind of the basics of it, is just getting out there, understanding the market is competitive, but there are still deals to have. And so we're going to look into kind of what you should be looking for your first flip and second or third or beyond. But I personally feel like a really good, safe flip is going to be a place that's in a community that is homogeneous or all similar houses, and one just happens to be not like the others. Let's just say that. And so we take it on, and it's usually a pretty light remodel. You don't usually need to do that much work to it. If it's in a community, like a tract community, you could simply just paint it, put some new flooring, some new hardware, and call it a day. You don't need to put that much work into it if you're lucky enough to find that kind of deal. If you're not lucky enough to find that kind of deal, I urge you to not find a fixer that needs a lot of work on your first project. Please don't do that. It's extremely difficult to find a good contractor that you can trust and like and is out looking out for your best interest, but it's also a lot of things that could go wrong if you don't know what you're doing. So your first deal should try and be an easier deal or less to take on. That's plain and simple what I would say you're looking for. Also, I think you should be looking for something that's close to where you live. If you find something to where you're close to where you live within 20 minutes, you're going to have a good handle on what's going on there every day. You're probably going to go visit the job site every day. You probably know the neighborhood pretty well because you live nearby. And if anything goes wrong, you can go over there super quickly. I always recommend, and I personally like to buy property that is nearby. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more fun. And personally, I like to do stuff that's changing the face of the community that I'm living in personally versus kind of just doing something that's hours away or not anywhere in my community. So that's personal preference. Not all need to do that, but finding something that's close by is definitely what you should be looking for. And something that you can afford. This sounds really funny. Obviously, you do that, but it's different situations for every person. And I think, there's many ways to finance a property. There's many ways to finance a flip. And I'm going to dive into that next. But what you can afford is what you can afford, and try not to finagle or make things work because you think it's a good deal. It's better to lose out on a deal because you can't afford it than take on something where you're going to lose everything because it's taking too long or over budget. So try and just stay within your means. There will be more deals. It's okay. It's all good. But how do we finance these things? There's a couple different ways that I've done it that have been successful. Obviously, there's the one where hard money. Hard money is basically lending from a company or an individual. That's a short-term loan that allows you to kind of buy cash and close on the property regardless of the condition and fix up the place and sell it later. These are high interest loans. These are anywhere from 11 to 15% loans. There's usually some sort of like origination or lender origination fee of anywhere from 1 to 3%. And it's usually maximum a 9-month loan. So this is high interest, high risk. It's just you got to do what you got to do to get the deal done. But this is a critical financial tool that we use to buy deals, multiple deals, and make our cash, because we don't need to put that much cash versus buying the whole place cash. We don't have to put that much cash into the property because we're borrowing from someone else. Leverage money, leverage someone else's money to help achieve the profit and the goals that you want to achieve. So hard money is one of them. The other thing is you can partner. I have partnered with several people on flip deals. I love it. It's great. You should know them, like them, and trust them, and believe in them. Hopefully this partner is bringing something else to the table that you are not bringing to the table. Maybe one partner is an accountant and one person's a construction, or maybe one person's in marketing and one person's in design, or one person's in project management or, sales. There's lots of things that people can bring to the table, but it's nice to partner with someone who is complementary to you so that it's a nice working relationship and understanding the roles that each partner is playing. So no one is stepping on anyone's toes and no one is, getting upset or feeling like they just can't do what they need to do. But partnering is a great way financially to buy more deals. You bring some money together, maybe you get a hard money loan and you're able to do this. And that works out really well. The last one is investing into a fund. this is a new strategy for some people, but personally, I'm starting a fund to go, flip more houses in San Diego. And basically, when you invest into a fund, you're investing as a silent partner. You're investing into a pool where that investor can take the money and use it to leverage against hard money or some other financial instrument to buy more property. And then they guarantee a return plus maybe profit sharing or plus your interest on your money. And so it's however you structure it. With the fund that we're creating, it's a profit split. It's going to be some sort of like 50-50 or 60-40 profit split that our investors, when they come in, we will do all the management, we will do all the design, we will do the sales, and we spit you back, a percentage of the profits. So everyone wins, everyone gets experience. You can be involved, you can not be involved, but at the end of the day, there's a general partner and there's a limited partner, and the limited partners are not, you're just kind of there on the sideline. You're letting your money grow, but you're still involved. You can still come on site. You can still learn. You can still kind of absorb what you can. So those are 3 different ways that you guys can invest. But if you guys have any questions about flipping houses in San Diego or interested in partnering on a deal or investing in our fund, please reach out anytime. Happy to talk about this stuff anytime. I love it. I'm obsessed about it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Talk to you later.
Hey there! If you like this episode or want a real estate connection in San Diego, find me on Instagram and subscribe so you don't miss any of these fun episodes. See you next time.